polar. For the given point, how to define pole, how to define polar, what are the variations, that we shall discuss. For that, the main definition of polar will be like this. That is, the locus of point of intersection of tangents drawn at the extremities of chord passing through the given point is a straight line called a polar. What does it mean? This is the circle equation. Let us say S equal to 0 is circle equation, and the point given here is P. When the point you knew, through this point, if you draw a straight line which is called chord, this one, this chord is intersecting the circle in two different points. At these 2 points, if you draw 2 tangents, those two will intersect at another point which is called, and that particular point lies on a straight line which is called polar of P, x1, y1. I repeat, P is given point. Through this draw a chord. To that chord you will be having two extremities. At these two extremities, if you draw two tangents, those will intersect at a point. That point lies on a straight line called polar of P. Let us have the definition once again. The locus of point of intersection of tangents drawn at the extremities of the chord lies on a straight line which is called polar of the given point Px1, y1. And if you observe carefully, to P this line becomes polar, and to Q this line becomes chord of contact. Here is a minor variation. P is given point, this is point of intersection of tangents, and for P this line is polar. For Q this line is chord of contact. Keeping these 2 points in mind, what we have to do is how to derive equation of polar. And here one more point I want to mention. P is given point and this line is polar, and this point is called pole. Don't get confused. To this point P, this line is polar. To this line, this point is pole. Pole is a point, polar is a line. Pole always represents a point, polar always represents a straight line. Now, how to derive equation of polar to the given point P with respect to the circle? Let us derive. Given point is P x1 y1. Given point is P x1 y1. Given circle is x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equal to 0. Given circle is x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equal to 0. Now, let the point of intersection of tangents, let the point of intersection of tangents at tangents be q x2 y2. Let the point of intersection of tangents be q x2 y2. So with respect to q, what happens here, sir? This line will become chord of contact, and with respect to p, this line will become polar. our requirement is to determine polar equation of P. For that, let us start in a reversal order, that is, Q coordinates we assumed those are chord of contact of Qx2 y2 with respect to s equal to 0 is xx2 plus yy2 plus g into x plus x2 plus f into y plus y2 plus c equal to 0. Chord of contact of Q means this line. I determined equation of this line. But this line is passing through which point? Our given point. What is our given point? Px1 y1 passes through Px1 y1. In the place of x, x1. In the place of y, y1. x1 x2 plus y1 y2 plus g into x1 plus x2 f into y1 plus y2 plus c equal to 0. I just substituted x1 y1 in the place of xy. Now locus of, what is the definition of polar? The locus of point of intersection of tangents drawn at the extremities of the chord passing through the given point is a straight line. This is the given point, this is chord, and these two are extremities. At these two extremities I have drawn two tangents. Those two are intersecting at a particular point. That point is lying on a line. That is called polar. Means indirectly locus of Qx2 y2 is nothing but our polar. So locus of x2 y2, replace x2 with x, y2 with y, xx1 yy1 plus g into x plus x1 plus f into y plus y1 plus c equal to 0. By definition, what is locus of x2 y2? Which is nothing but polar of P. That is polar of P x1 y1 is xx1 plus yy1 plus g into x plus x1 plus f into y plus y1 plus c equal to 0. That is s1 equal to 0. Polar of P x1 y1 formula, s1 equal to 0. To this, in addition to this, we can take up three more points. That is, suppose point lies inside the circle. Polar will lie outside the circle. Suppose point lies outside the circle. Polar will meet the circle in 2 points. Suppose the point lies on the circle. No polar. That polar, chord of contact, tangent, all the three will coincide with each other. I repeat. Suppose point lies inside the circle. Definitely its polar will be outside to that one. In a clear way, here you can draw polar. Suppose point lies outside the circle x1 y1 here. This is polar. Suppose point lies on the circle. At this point, polar, tangent, chord of contact, all the three will coincide with each other. Our next important point to be discussed is conjugate points and conjugate lines. What is a conjugate point and what is a conjugate line? Based on that one, we can have a clear-cut idea. Conjugate points and conjugate lines will differ definitely. One is a point related to points and the other is a concept related to lines. Then how to define conjugate points? Suppose a circle is here. We are having 2 points on the circle. One point is x1, y1 which is inside the circle. Other point is x2, y2 which is outside the circle. To point P, the polar is this. For the point P, polar will be this one. I will say polar of P. For the point Q, polar is here. So what is the meaning? Polar of P is passing through Q. Polar of Q is passing through P. Or in other words, P lies on polar of Q. Q lies on polar of P. So conjugate points means 2 points are such that one is lying on the polar of the other, then those two are called conjugate points. 2 points are such that one lies on the polar of the other, then those two are called conjugate points. Those two are called conjugate points. I repeat, 2 points are such that one lies on the polar of the other, then those 2 points are called conjugate points. Then how about conjugate lines? Conjugate lines. 2 lines are such that, let us say this is line 1, this is line 2. 2 lines are such that one passes through polar of the other. 2 lines are such that one passes through the other point. That means L1 is passing through polar of P. L2 is passing through polar of Q. That means this line is passing through polar of Q and this line is passing through polar of P. Then these 2 lines are called conjugate lines. I repeat, 2 lines are such that one passes through pole of the other, then those 2 are called conjugate lines. What is meant by I will discuss both the definitions. 2 points are such that one passes through pole, one passes through. Here 2 points are such that one lies on the polar of other, then those 2 points are called conjugate points. 2 lines are such that one passes through pole of the other, then those 2 are conjugate lines. 2 points are such that one lies on the polar of other is called conjugate points. 2 lines are such that one passes through pole of the other are called conjugate lines. Now let us derive condition for 2 points to become conjugate and at the same time 2 lines to become conjugate. What is the condition? Let us derive those 2. Then how to derive those 2? Let us take up given points P x1 y1 Q x2 y2. Given circle SC equal to x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equal to 0. Conjugate points condition we are deriving. Let us take up polar of P. Polar of P x1 y1 with respect to S equal to 0 is xx1 plus yy1 plus g into x plus x1 plus f into y plus y1 plus c equal to 0. Polar of P passes through Q, other point, then these 2 points are called conjugate points. Since P and Q are conjugate, that implies Q lies on Q x2 y2 lies on polar of P x1 y1. Polar of P x1 y1 we knew. Let us substitute here. x2 x1 y2 y1 g into x2 plus x1 f into y2 plus y1 plus c equal to 0. That is S12 equal to 0. That is S equal to 0. That is S12 equal to 0. For 2 points to be conjugate. Condition for 2 points to be conjugate. Given points, 2 points are given and circle equation is given. Compute S12. If S12 equal to 0, then those 2 points are conjugate. Otherwise, those are non-conjugate points. Next one, derive the formula for coordinates of pole of a line when circle equation is given. What is the heading? Derive the coordinates of pole with respect to coordinates of pole of Lx plus My plus n equal to 0 with respect to S equal to x square plus y square minus r square equal to 0. In the previous case, point is given, polar we determined. Now, line is given, pole coordinates we have to find out. How to find out that one? This is circle. S equal to x square plus y square minus r square equal to 0. P x1 y1. Let us say this is polar of P, which is given Lx plus My plus L. If this line is polar of P, this point will be pole of this line. We have to find out actual values of x1 and y1. For that, given circle S equal to x square plus y square minus r square equal to 0, and line Lx plus My plus n equal to 0. Let P x1 y1 be the coordinates of Px1 y1 be the coordinates of pole of Lx plus My plus n equal to 0. To this line, as we don't know the coordinates of pole, that I assumed as Px1 y1. Polar of P, according to the formula xx1 plus yy1 plus g into x plus x1 plus f into y plus y1 plus c equal to 0. Given polar xx1 plus yy1, not this one sir, polar of P, xx1 plus yy1 minus r square equal to 0, because given circle is this one, and given equation Lx plus My plus n equal to 0 also represents polar. Comparing these two, x1 by L equal to y1 by m equal to minus r square by n, x1 equal to minus r square L by n, y1 equal to minus r square m by n. So, pole coordinates are minus r square L by n minus r square m by n. The total derivation, once again I will repeat. Given circle is this one, given line is this. We are supposed to find out pole coordinates of this line. As we don't know pole coordinates, let us assume Px1 y1. When you are calling this one as pole to this line, this will become polar to this point. So, I determined polar equation by using the formula xx1 plus yy1 minus r square equal to 0. Given line equation is Lx plus My plus n equal to 0. Comparing these two, x1 by L, y1 by m equal to minus r square by n. Equating first and last, x1 equal to minus r square L by n, y1 equal to minus r square m by n. Therefore, pole coordinates are minus r square L by n minus r square m by n. When pole is given, polar equation we determine, and when line is given, to determine pole coordinates, we can take up minus r square L by n minus r square m by n. Same procedure may be adopted even in the case of general circle x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equal to 0 also. This is one condition, one theorem, particularly in the case of circles chapter related to pole and polar concept is concerned. When pole is given, polar equation. When polar is given, pole equation, pole coordinates we determined so far. Our next point, derive the condition for two lines to be conjugate with respect to the circle. Our next question, derive the condition for two lines to be conjugate with respect to the circle, That means two lines are given and one circle equation is given. whether those two are conjugate lines or not, we have to decide. For that, given circle x square plus y square minus r square equal to 0. Given lines L1x plus M1y plus N1 equal to 0, L2x plus M2y plus N2 equal to 0. We are supposed to find out condition of conjugate lines. If these two lines are conjugate, what will be the condition? What is the definition of conjugate lines? If one line passes through pole of the other, then those two are called conjugate lines. Then this is first equation, this is second equation, and this one is third. Pole of line 2, that is L1x plus M1y plus N1 equal to 0 with respect to S equal to x square plus y square minus r square equal to 0 is minus r square L1 by N1 minus r square M1 by N1. Just now we derived it. When can you say these two lines are conjugate? Pole of first line lies on second one, pole of second one lies on first one. That's why in continuation to this one lies on L2x plus M2y plus N2 equal to 0. Then substituting L2 into minus r square L1 by N1, M2 into minus r square M1 by N1 plus N2 equal to 0. Then minus r square L1 L2 minus r square M1 M2 plus N1 N2 equal to 0. R square into L1 L2 plus M1 M2 equal to N1 N2. That will give us, when circle equation is given, two lines are given, whether those two lines are conjugate ones or not, we can decide using this formula. With this, we shall conclude today's session. In the next session, relation among circles, whether they touch each other or intersect each other or touch externally, internally, one lies inside the circle, outside the circle, those points we shall discuss. In continuation to that one, on each model, one or two problems we will discuss. With that, we can conclude our circles chapter. Thank you all.